that sugar sweet. You got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion.
Hey Lazy Girl Approved fam, I am back today with another wig review. This one has been sitting there for a while waiting for me to do it, but I'm excited to do it. I have a lot waiting for me, as I always say, but this one is Andrea from Laude Co, and it is TT1B green, so, and it's UGBL013 Andrea. It says it's a human hair blend HD 4-inch deep lace, so we'll see. We will see what she looks like. Let's get her out of the package and see for ourselves if she's worth the wait. All right, here is the card. And here's what she looks like. She's a really pretty green. I call this like teal, but it's not as blue as a regular teal. So like, I don't even know. And she took a dive onto the floor, but it's got some nice little like waves to it. So, and it says it's human hair blend. It could be 1% human hair, you guys, and it could say that. 2 combs in the front, 1 in the back, and elastic adjusters. Let's get her on my head. I love a good green wig. That was actually the first wig I purchased. Well, a blue and a green one. So I love me a, like, we'll just call it emerald teal-ish. She's pretty, you guys. And I have tried to get green wigs in the past, and it's that, like, you guys, anybody who's purchased one will know what I'm talking about. It's like black and green mixed in. This is not. This is just, it's just green. It does have a dark root, but it's not that fake looking black and green. It's a green, 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 green. It is super pretty. I will tell you that. It's like that perfect combination of a little bit glam, but doesn't look like you spent all day doing your hair. So I like that. Let's check big head friendly. Of course, as always, I will pop the actual dimensions down. Let me take my glasses off, or pop them up on my final thoughts card. So she's got room in there. I'm gonna say she's a medium. She's at the larger end of a medium, maybe the beginning of a large. It's not super tight, but it's not like it has a bunch of like room in there. So, and it only comes down to here, which is usually means a medium-ish cap. It does feel like it needs some brushing through. It is textured soft, basically. It's not silky, but it's soft. Let's see what else it says on here. Hand-tied lace front, natural baby hair, ear-to-ear lace, Flexfit cap, heat styling. Does not say up to what. It does come in a T530 red, a burgundy, looks like a platinum, and then the one that's on the card is BT3010, which looks like blonde and purple. That's probably really pretty, but if you've watched any of my videos, you know me and blonde. Okay, so I'm going to brush through this, and some of you are screaming at the screen right now, no! But it needs it. It feels like if somebody were to touch this, it feels like a wig. It just feels wiggy. And you could do it with your hands. You could, get your hands warm and finger comb. That helps as well. Or you could take a wide tooth comb to it instead of a brush. I just prefer paddle brushing it. The one downside though is that it does sometimes mess up this curl in the front when you do that. So there's that. Let's see. There are baby hairs. There are baby hairs. There's not a ton, but there's enough where if you want to lay them down, you can. Trying to look at the hairline. It's kind of hard. Let me look in my mirror because I can't see too good in the phone thing. Like, it's just not, it's not enough. Okay. So the hairline is pretty thick and the knots are like stupid obvious. The parting space is pretty narrow. It's pretty narrow. It's gonna need some powder in this part for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. I know. Let's see. And sometimes I'd be way off when I do these measurements and I go back and measure it on the mannequin head and I'm like, what was I doing? So 25-ish. I will officially measure it and put it on the Final Thoughts card. Measure it on the mannequin head. It does look like a center part. Let me just, yeah, it's a center part. But it would be cute to the side. Let me see where these ear tabs are. I have to wear my glasses again and I'm not happy about it. So the ear tabs are basically exactly where they should be on me. So if you have a bigger head, they'll be a little, they'll be off a bit. If you want to try to lay it down, you're going to have to stretch it. So that is to the side. Looks like when I did that, it looks a little curved or something. Let me see. No, I think it's just eye tricks. Okay. Okay. Let me get y'all further. It is a medium density. It's on the lighter side, so it's not like super heavy, but it's not like uber thin. Let's do a spinny spin and then do final thoughts. There's like not a lot to say about this wig, really. I mean, it's cute. It's, how much was it? $33.93. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's $3 more for this special color. So the regular colors are $33.93. This is $36.93. If you like a green wig, I think this is one of the better choices I've seen. Yeah. So let's do a spinny spin and then we'll sit down, because I'm standing right now doing this. We'll sit down and ponder and talk about final thoughts. Let's do it.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, testify the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time.
Okay, so that was the 360. I did brush it out a little bit more just because I felt like it needed to be brushed out, and I put a little bit of Simply Styling. Just know that when you brush it out, especially with a paddle brush, it's going to take some of the style out of it, but you can either get it super wet to get that back or use a bunch of product. When you use product, it won't all the way come back, but if you get it wet, like for example, if you wash a synthetic wig, the pattern that it had when you first got it will come back. The only time it doesn't come back is if you put extreme heat on it. So if you were to take a steamer, and some of you guys know this, but I just want to let y'all know that don't. A steamer, or if you boiled it, like some people that want to get it straight instead of flat ironing it at high heat, because that could burn it. They will boil it, which I know that's even hotter, but it doesn't usually, if it's heat safe. If it's not heat safe, that thing's gonna fry. But if you wanted to get it straight, then you could boil it. There is a little bit of shedding. and that will take the style out. Same with hot steam, super hot tools. That's why they say only go up to a certain degrees, because one, it could melt it, but two, it could also take the actual style out permanently. So there's that. She's super pretty. Like, I like how she's a little bit glam, but not like over the top. I love this color. Let me show you guys this. Wanted to give you a comparison. This is the Sensational wig I did 1 or 2 reviews ago, and then this is this. So you can see the difference in the green. It leans more towards teal. This one does. This one does lean towards teal more. So let's see. It is textured soft. You can see the texture if you're up close. It's not silky, but it is soft. It is medium weight, so if you're wearing this in the summer, it's going to be a little bit hot. Like right now, I'm a little bit hot with this on, but I also have all these lights. So, but it's not the heaviest. Like, it's not the hottest wig I own. So, it'll be okay in the summer-ish. Depends on where you are. And she would actually look cute shorter too. I'm gonna have to see if there's a style that's shorter in this. So it is heat safe. I will look up and see and put it on the final thoughts card if they show online what the actual temperature is. I usually, if it doesn't say, I like to keep it at 350 or under. That's just me though. I'm not an official person of anything. So the parting space is pretty narrow, but it gets a little bit better if you add powder to the part. There's a little bit of shedding. Well, I would say it's a shedder that you're going to want to, yeah, you're going to want to brush through it a little bit before you go out and drop hairs everywhere. It does have baby hairs, not a ton, but enough where you can lay something down. But it is dense enough where if you wanted to make thicker baby hairs, you could to lay down. There are 2 combs in the front, 1 in the back. The hairline is pretty thick. The knots are like super obvious, so yeah. Probably want to try to put, well, might even want to pluck those out, but it's not the worst. And if you don't have it down, I mean, you don't have it up, if it's down, you can't really see them. But it is, I would say, on the side of more obvious knots than others. So like the hairline, looks like they tried to make it plucked, but it's not really great. So it does not need product, but it is waxy coming out of the package. So like when I say waxy, it's like it looks like plasticky. It's not even the right. It just looks like it needs to be combed through. It's like to me, like starch. You know how like when pants are like rigid, that's like how this is, and a lot of wigs come that way where you need to brush through them. It could probably use even more brushing than I did, but you know. So this is it. I think it's worth $36. It gets a Lazy Girl approved thumbs up. I'm sorry I did not cut the lace. I'm really struggling today, you guys, and I need to go eat and lay down. So, but I wanted to get something out to you guys because I told you that I would upload every Wednesday and Friday. So I need to get something on the books. I am recording a wig storage video tomorrow, unless like I get struck by lightning, and I'll knock on wood, right? So look for that next week, and let me know in the comments what other videos you guys want me to do. Also, if there's a specific wig, I can't say that I 100% can do it for you, but I may have it in my stash and I can then make that a priority. So just leave me in the comments what you guys want me to do next. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me, spending time with me, and I will see you again soon. Thanks, guys. And don't forget to go to lazygirlapproved.com and get your wigs.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need.